Right, we're over in Hull. It's busy, it's noisy, and we've just visited Pollard's place, which is about 100 metres over there, if that, and East Park Fisheries, or East Park Chippy, which is 100 metres that way. So I thought what we'd do is we'd put one against the other. Judging by what we've seen up to now, they are top-notch, absolutely top-notch. Now, you know I like to do everything when it comes to fish and chip shops, not just the food. And so far, excellent, excellent on both parts there. So let's have a little look. What we've got is Pollard's Place. Now, we've just gone for haddock and chips and a tub of mushy peas. And they're calling it a special. Well, those chips look great, don't they? And the fish looks fabulous. It's actually got some seasoning going on in the batter here. Can you see that? I'll put that up to the camera so you can take a proper look. Can you see the little, what looks like parsley? So that's going to be interesting because it wasn't asked for specially, was it? It's just part of the deal. So there was no extra seasoning or anything asked for here. It just came in with the batter, I think. Either that or on the fish before the batter. But it's actually in there somewhere. I might have to call over and have a little look, see how they do it. Once we've done the review, nothing can be changed then. This one is East Park, and look at that. Lots of scraps going on. It's got skin on the haddock. And what a lovely flavour. If I put them like that, you get to have a look. At first glance, that fish looked a lot bigger than that, but it's not. They're pretty much the same. And we've got beef dripping going on. Let me have a little look inside here. If I break a big chunk off this so we can see inside it. Look at that. How fantastic does that look? Let's have a big bite. I've got to find out what's in this batter. We're going to get onto the chips. The fish is excellent. Very different on both. We got scraps on one of them, but there's a choice to have scraps on both of them. So scraps are always good. Because this one hasn't got scraps with it, I'm not going to include them in the review, but I'm going to go straight to the chips underneath. They're really nice. Lovely and thick, you know the way I like them. Not too overdone, just nice. I like the light colour. They have a real potato-y taste, which isn't unusual for potatoes, I know. But at the same time, you can taste it. Over to these on East Park. Well, on first appearance, they don't look as nice to me as these do here on Pollard's Place. But oh, they're nice, no doubt about it. We've got the peas. We've got East Park's mushy peas. Oh, they are nice. They really are nice. We've got Pollard's Place. They've got a sweetness to them. These two peas here are very different. And they're both delicious. I'm just going to take another look at this fish before I close everything up. That is thick at that end. That really is thick. Look at that. And like I say, this one's skin on. I've got no problem with skin on. A little bit of doughiness going on with the batter here. See this? Just a little bit of undercooked batter on the end here. Actually, it's throughout. Back at this one. This one's from Pollard's Place. Again, we've got skin on. But again, I'm not bothered about the skin. I'm just doing a double take on the batters. I'm loving this. Busy around here, but it's back to the computer. I'm going to break it down and tell you which one, what I liked or didn't like about either one of them, and which one I think has just got the edge for me. So without a doubt, two incredible fish and chip shops. And let's go and break it down. Serving sizes. For me, very similar size portions. They really were. Like I said, discount the scraps because I could have ordered them at Pollard's place as well, but I didn't. Now we look at value. Again, same. Both of those specials, which is what they were calling them, fish chips and peas, haddock chips and peas, were both under £10. And, you know, you can't argue with that. You saw what was in those boxes. Packaging. I'm giving that to East Park Chippy because although they both use fabulous packaging, cardboard and paper packaging, I did like the extra room for the same sort of size meal as Pollard's. And I like the logos, I like the way thought has gone into it, and I like that effort made. So just for that, I'm giving the packaging to East Park Chippy. Clean and tight. I went into one, Sue went into another, and it was spotlessly clean. They both were spotlessly clean and tidy and well presented. Customer service. I'm giving that to Pollard's place. Fabulous customer service on both, but I did find that Pollard's place did have the edge on that. You know, they couldn't stop smiling, and that was really nice. So, haddock size. Equally again, they were both comparable. They really were. One looked longer, but one was thicker, and wider. So it was just the way it was, just the way the boxes were set up, which is why, again, I did like that packaging on East Park Chippy. Batter. Pollard's place, you know, by a mile for me. I did like that seasoning. Now, and it was nice and light and crisp. Mushy peas. I'm giving that to East Park Chippy. They were absolutely stunning peas. They were lovely and thick, subtle in flavour. That's just the way I like them. You may like them like Pollard's place, you know, but that's completely up to you. But I did like those mushy peas in East Park Chippy. Fabulous peas. Chips. I'm giving that to Pollard's place because they were just thick, plump, light, crispy, and they caved in with a little bit of pressure. And although they were both great chips, Pollard's place sealed the deal on that one. Overall taste. Again, I'm giving it to Pollard's place because that haddock with the batter was absolutely delicious. The chips were delicious. And although the haddock was really nice in East Park Chippy, and the chips are nice, the mushy peas was something special. And last but not least, overall experience, I'm giving that to Pollard's place. Two fabulous chippies, they really are. You won't be disappointed going to either. But for me, Pollard's place just pipped it. So don't be disappointed if one shop's shut and the other one's open and you're left. You're going to get a great meal in either of them. Now, while I'm on it, Pollard's place, when it comes to social media and getting your name out there, Pollard's place has over 9,000 followers on Facebook. They don't really have a website. You can't really, I couldn't find a place to find a menu. I mean, you've got a little click on here, but that was 3 years ago. So, you know, I found that really hard. What's this menu here? Again, 3 years ago. Trying to find a menu was very difficult. I had to wait until I got in there before I could decide what to have. Thankfully, the meals were quite simple. So, Pollard's place really needs a website. They really do. Not just a Facebook page, but a website. Because East Park Chippy, with over 30,000 Facebook followers, they're getting the name out. And I'm having it that a website helps with that, where people can actually go in and check out the food, what's available, the prices. And if I click on the website, it's a fabulous website. It really is. You know, it's got everything you need. And I think if there's any sort of new things to 12-inch pork sausage, didn't spot that. Right. Hey. All fabulous chippies. Like I say, Pollard's just pipped it for me. So we'll see you on the next one. Right, okay, we're outside Pollard's place, and we've just been invited to have a look at the seasoning they're putting on the fish. I've already made my mind up on which one's going to win this. So I've got no problem going in the shop now, having a look and seeing how put this seasoning on. What's in the seasoning? So let's go in and check it out. So we've come to check out your seasoning.
Oh yeah, well, let's check out the seasoning.
Yeah, it was lovely, absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
Right, so what's in this? You don't have to, if it's got something secret in it, keep it secret. No, that's okay.
Yeah, it's a sequel, can't really see.
No, that's okay.
Because they'll try and steal it.
And they will, no doubt.
Yeah.
So what made you think of putting a seasoning on?
It just gives it a little bit extra flavour, and it just makes the fish not dry. It just brings out the flavour in of the fish.
Right. So who first, how long ago was it?
So it was our boss at the shop. She made it herself.
Years ago?
Yeah, so what she's been doing it, I'd say at least over 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really surprised when that batter came. Well, I could see it through the batter on the inside, on the underside, on the fish side.
Yeah.
So you put it in the flour, right? Okay. So it's the floured and then batter it afterwards.
Yeah, so we'd get our fish, we'd get the fish, we would literally dip it on both sides.
Okay.
So we'd just dip it like this,
Yeah.
one way, and then we'd dip it that way, and then we'll just get the batter, and we'll just put it in the batter, and then put it in the pan.
Wonderful.
And it's just like that. Put it both sides.
Yeah, I mean, it's so different.
That's not just with the fish, that's with every product that we sell.
Right.
Put it in that.
And nobody else does that, and that I've come across up to now. Absolutely fabulous. Right, okay, we're going to get going.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.